Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back for another To Be Hero X reaction, everybody. This week we got episode 12. So last time on To Be Hero X, we got to get more acquainted with the hero queen, everybody. We learned that she had goals and aspirations to reach the top of the hero hierarchy and become Hero X, everybody. Through her journey, we got to see more of the hero tournament that takes place every 2 years. You know, in the first couple of scenes, we got to see the second female Hero X rise to the top as Bao defeated Smile and took the crown of Hero X. And then shortly after that, a mysterious man, but if you've been paying attention, not that hard though, the man from the intro finally has appeared, everybody, and he showed up and he took the top #1 spot from Bao. Thoughts, McMillian?
I'm very interested. Well, I don't know if we'll get more on X himself, considering he just showed up, beat Queen, and dipped, like, no explanation. But I am interested to see how fear works on a person who's already in the ranked heroes and like what that'll do. Because at the end of the last episode, it looked like Bao was getting affected by fear, some way, somehow, and that she is obviously coming for Queen for whatever reason, jealousy, fear of getting, left in the past, what have you.
Yeah.
But that, I think that's what we'll probably get to see this episode, and I'm interested in that. Also, there were hints to the fact that the hero organization that kind of, I guess, oversees everything the heroes do in the trust value system isn't that old. And so I'm wondering if we're going to get any more of that this episode or not, considering Queen's whole thing is like, I want the establishment to do even more, or to change. So yeah,
no, 100%. Well, thank you for that, McMillian. We're just gonna hop straight into today's reaction then. With that being said, everybody, once again, episode 12 of To Be Hero X, the fall of a hero, everybody. Let's get into it. So they got Twitter in their verse.
I think we saw that though before.
I know.
I was like, I think we saw that before.
Everyone knows DOS's Lucky Star, but where did her luck come from? Fans have turned on Lucky Cyan.
Now they site called FOMO.
And the singer who once brought joy now brings anxiety. From here,
It's actually not a bad name when you think about it.
Let's circle back to Queen's disastrous ranking match. She lost to a no-name outsider.
Of course. She's your daughter. I was right. They've had everything planned out from
we knew
the
that
start.
already.
Yeah.
I've known it since I was little.
So she whooping
There's
their
only
ass.
one way to cut through the thorns. You have to keep training, keep fighting, and keep winning. I wanted to be the greatest hero the world had ever seen.
Okay, so the commission got agents, like, CIA agents type situation.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, huh?
A bullet wasn't going to end my story. I've conquered every challenge. I've even conquered death. I'll drag you from your pedestal, kicking and screaming.
Please don't beat yourself up. I'm going to meet with Mickey. We can fix this. It's not over.
Hold on.
There's an audio file out there, a recording of the plane crash. Commission
Okay,
tried to
so
bury
we
it,
skipped
but my
ahead
hands
to
on the sole copy.
the Calamity
Where is
part.
it now?
You could not!
Oh my.
There is a silver lining.
Okay, and this is when the oral moment again.
You look well. We were worried about you.
Our time, we had a whole arc you singing already.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, this is. I thought they were gonna cut this short, but it's, I feel like they showing the exact same shots.
When I listen to
It said you gonna hear this song again.
Yeah.
Singing from within my heart.
You know how much we paid for this?
Thank you. Zion.
You gonna hear it again.
I'm
That was their plan. So that was the plan to tell Queen. So Queen would probably come and talk to Cyan. Then now Cyan has the courage. Well, she already had the courage, but more of the courage to go in, you know, stop that stuff.
Bombs? A terrorism?
Room.
Look! It's Queen! That is her power, isn't it? It's just...
Basically, but it looks like also it depends on like what she says though as well. Almost like old girl from My Hero as well.
Yeah.
Star from My Hero. There we go. But no, just in that contained area though.
So extra.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Dude,
Not the she put on the master flex.
yes, Piccolo, we see the fit. We see the fit.
The night before the 19th Heroes Tournament.
I
Okay.
was on a mission. I just finished up.
Don't leave us hanging this time.
This might be the furthest in the prison we've been so far.
Mm-hmm.
We might have caught back up to like, you know, Common and Ice and all that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because did they say which competition?
They said the 19th.
No, I'm saying like for the commoner. Did they say?
Oh, I know. I
it's
can't
the
remember.
19th as well?
I think they
Okay.
did. I just can't remember what they said it was. I have to go back and look at it. I'm pretty sure they did. Okay, so she's still swinging around her axe.
I thought she would have had different.
She probably does, just holding back her new powers for right now. They're going at it though.
I was just about to say.
Okay.
Fucking up everybody's Amazon order.
Bow on her head top. She be choking motherfuckers.
I'm about to say, I appreciate the attention to detail and the moveset. Because this is the same shit she pulled off on Sunny. Or Smile. That's,
Yeah. And Batista bomb her ass?
ooh.
Oh, she ate
Did
that.
that do anything?
She
I
ate
was about to say- I was like, that do shit.
Right. Your power lets you set rules within a boundary.
Yeah, so just right on the money.
Same. Yeah.
Star's ability just room
Oh.
with room.
Darkness laser?
There we go. No, the short though this.
Damn! Oh my god.
That's a good mess though. Oh, that was the X. Oh.
Placement matches are
Did
tomorrow.
that instantly heal?
You will be punished for this.
Okay.
Lock on.
Oh, okay, so that's how she throws her spear. Oh, she got multiple of them bitches?
Maybe.
So we're flying in the air now?
Good hit, good hit.
Oh, they
There we
cutting
go.
up.
She can duplicate them.
She beating her ass. Oh, she brought that bitch.
She got good ass tactics. I see why she was almost number one, you know.
She cutting up.
Her trust value has plummeted.
Why are her attacks getting stronger?
Because she's using the power of fear.
A fear. Fear of hate. Haterade,
What do
yo.
I expect from someone who's had everything handed to her in life? Blood, sweat, and tears! I won't sit on
Who?
my hands while
Okay,
you
Twin
become
X.
X!
The title doesn't belong to you.
And she got them bitches on the string. So she thinks she Kratos. They really cutting up this episode.
Oh, goddamn.
Damn, is Queen about to die?
That's what I'm wondering.
Damn. Okay. Harry.
Nice.
What you thought this was?
That had to kill somebody.
Hey, yo, this shit is insane.
Honestly.
Like, fucking look at this shit, bro.
But when rules are broken, they get stronger.
Zeus?
Order frees the hero and binds the villain.
Hit her ass with that super. She hit her ass with the super.
You've already fallen from the top 10. You can't fight in the tournament.
She's already out. She was doing all that shit and she can't even qualify. This is insane.
That's that rage, man.
Oh.
They're about to start.
Miss, you just woke up. Please stop.
No, Queen, you can't. You gonna have to sit this one out.
You're seriously injured. If you keep moving around, you'll reopen your wounds.
Oh, shit. Okay.
If I don't go right now,
That wasn't.
Get in time.
But she won the battle. Was that from
Yeah.
the tournament
I think
last
it was-
time?
It's too late.
No, I think that was from their fight.
Oh, okay,
maybe
she
one
just
of
passed
her,
out, maybe.
To an injury.
Yeah.
He was absent from last week's ranking matches, leaving X to claim the title once more.
Oh, so she was knocked out for a week. Yeah, I was about to say she didn't even get to court. She was knocked out for a week.
Yeah. So, like you said, this is after the bow fight.
do this alone.
Mickey wants to meet with you in his office.
Oh,
What kind of foolishness does he got to say now?
Mhm.
They better not have
See
put a
my
hit
child,
out,
fear.
put a hit out on these people.
I think it's awesome he wanted to send
It's
you
like
on
you see
vacation.
children fear. Fear can replace
I'm
trust.
so useless. I just went to work. Rest is fine, but I should thank you. You helped me hear it. The other voice inside my heart. Oh? Other voice? What do you mean? Turns out. What happened?
Mickey sent them ninjas. I knew it. I knew it. The hell is that?
Isn't this?
All right. Now we got Anubis and shit. In fucking
Well-
To Be Hero X. What the hell was that?
Well, I'm wondering, could that have been one of the heroes that they already previewed from like the early promotions is called like Dragon Boy or some shit like that. His powers kind of look like that, except purple. So, could this be another one of the hero hits, quote unquote? Because we already saw that some of these agencies will send their people to be hitters. We already saw it.
We did see it. We learned that very early on, boy. That was
Exactly.
crazy. So I think it's safe to say, there's my dog in here busting in through the door. I think it's safe to say though, Bao versus Queen, best fight in the series so far.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely.
popped. They popped off with that.
I will say, granted, I don't think I got the answer I wanted, but it is interesting to see that fear can supplement trust.
Yeah,
Because as Queen said during that fight, she been dropped from top 10. There's no way she should be
this strong. Yeah.
Now the question, what is interesting, because I thought the way fear was gonna work is that like the fear you generate gives you energy, like power, but it almost seems like it's just the fear that you have, not you making other people afraid, but like more so the fear that you internally have can make you
stronger.
Powers or new abilities and stuff like that. Because we saw that the orphanage head, he became a demon basically.
Yeah, his whole powers changed from because when he had trust, he had flame based powers, right? And then when he got fear, he had these little invisible tentacles. Then, like you said, eventually became a tentacle monster at the end.
Yeah. And then Bao, it looked like she basically stayed the same, although she got like, I'm assuming the black whip is new. Only because we had
I'm assuming that as well. I'm assuming, like you said, like the dual X mode, like that was part of her fear powers because the battle X seemed like that was her weapon, right? So
so like the string, basically like the whip and then splitting it seemed to be her new abilities. So
she was going crazy out there with them bitches.
Yeah, my God, she was putting belt to ass like.
I almost thought Queen was gonna lose for a sec, but then Queen said, "You know what? Let me go ahead and stop all this." She popped a super on her. You feel me? So she went ahead and shut that down. Real quick.
She activated the level 3. She said enough of this.
She built her charge before Horus, unfortunately. Bat was going crazy, but she couldn't build her charge fast enough.
Yeah, but another interesting thing, I think, besides that, we now know that the Commission even has secret agents.
Yeah.
Now the question is what those secret agents do, because it looked like they were arresting people, but like for why? Like we don't know the reason. I mean, was that a hero they arrested? Was it a villain?
They could be like peacekeepers, right? So, just to help the heroes also keep the order, because heroes can't be, everywhere, right? So, you still got to have other type of manpower, right? So
yeah, I'm wondering, could it be related to, like, for instance, a plot line that we seem to be getting, at least like recently, is that there might be like underworld dealings within the hero organization. Because, for instance, Queen's father, the reporter, he was supposedly investigating the crash, but we never heard from that dude outside his office who was like, they made this happen. That we got that one part, and that was it. And then, in Lucky Cyan's part, we had the conversation between Mikey and him about like, oh, I've been meaning to research fear for a while now. All right, like, so I'm wondering, could they also be related to that? Could the commission agents be secretly, making sure certain things don't get out that they don't want out, or like
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at this point. Ain't no telling, because as right now we don't know how much the commission has their hands in things, especially even like in the underground stuff, right? So we still need to learn more about them and what all they handle out in just the public general, right? So the general public, not the public general. Oh my gosh, the general public.
I knew what you meant. Yes.
Oh, but yeah, no, this was a great episode. This was a great. They cut it up. They cut it up this episode. Once again, another fully 2D animated arc. I guess it looks like, I don't know what was the decision behind going 3D for the beginning of the series, because now we're going fully 2D. So that's interesting. So maybe towards the middle of the series, we're probably going to get episodes or more with them, right? Of just both 2D and 3D, because that's how we started off with. But we start off mainly more 3D. But then probably as we go along, we're probably just going to start getting a mix of both. A little bit more how similar was to the beginning.
Yeah, I'm interested in it too, because I'm trying to think back in my head of like the only time I can really say that it's been consistently 2D is the action shots, because even like in Commoner's thing. Now, granted, there was Nice versus, was it Destructo or his arch nemesis?
His arch nemesis. I can't remember his name though. Earth? Yeah.
But like that was a fight that was in 3D.
Yeah.
But it had like blends of 2D animation.
Well, it went to 2D towards the end.
Yeah, but I was about to say like Soul's fight also was 2D. Then you have all the site, and then these were all 2D. So I'm wondering, like, is it just if they know they're gonna have extreme fights, will they go 2D, or like what the thing is? Because I thought at first it was gonna be like a message or something, but like now that I'm thinking about it, I can't really, at least right now, I can't pull it out if it is that.
What talking about the message of doing this arc in 2D?
Of keeping it 2D.
I think it's just more the tone, right? Because Lucky Cyan, all happy go lucky, right? Real colorful and everything. So I think it, at least for that arc, it fitted more. And I guess even for Queen's arc, right? It kind of still fits, right?
I mean, I would say yes, but only, but like a little bit different because hers, I wouldn't even say it's happy go lucky. It's more of like having belief in self and not being like, just because shit is like kind of bad around you.
Well, she's not happy-go-lucky, but she's out there. She's outspoken, right? So
yeah,
more pop.
So maybe okay, I see what you're saying. I can get behind that. Yeah, I was about to say like I feel like this one was a little bit more, not I won't say dark, but like it had an undertone of like seriousness kind of stuff because we see Queen in the beginning outspoken, but as her arc progressed, she kind of became more reserved because she wasn't able to reach the top as fast as she wanted or accomplish her goals. But then she was like, even if I don't do that, it doesn't mean I can't believe in myself or whatever. Or
yeah.
Like,
I know you were saying last episode, we was waiting to figure out what the goal of this arc was going to be. Looks like we might have one more episode, but it looks like, but we could be going into a new arc as well. This might have been a 2-episode arc for Queen here. But it looks like the goal of this arc was maybe just to show fear on a deeper level, like actually affecting a hero, like on a personal scale, right? We just got to see it more in our face this time, even though we don't have, like you mentioned earlier, we don't have nothing to quantify fear right now. What makes the amount of fear of somebody stronger than compared to somebody else, right? But as of right now, we got to go on things like what you said earlier, just the fear you have inside of you, however deep that is or strong that is, that's how powerful you'll be. Right now, it doesn't seem to be. At least I'm not ready to say, it's connected to, like, say for instance, because Bow was a top 10, well, even the number 1 hero, right? Just because she gained fear, she was also going to be very strong as well because of that, right? So I'm not necessarily just ready to say that just because she was a number 1 hero with trust, that just correlates to fear. But it could be the case though, but we don't really have nothing concrete proving that still though.
I mean, I think the interesting thing, or like the linking at least, is that fear, the fear I guess one has of a situation potentially might like is the enhancer almost, I want to say, because like for instance the orphanage, the guy who led the orphanage, at first you could technically say his powers were small, but like as the fear increased of like just how bad I guess the situation around him started to go, he became it exploded, right?
Yeah.
And then for Bao, her perception of reality almost shifted because like Queen said, like, why are you doing this? You can't even qualify. And it even seemed like the moment she said that after the whole fight,
she snapped back to common sense.
She was like, what the fuck am I doing? So it almost seems like fear is also something that like they're trying to at least send the message that fear eclipses one's like sense
train
of
thought.
Almost.
Yeah, in reality, it clouds your sense of reality, right?
Yeah. So that's at least one thing,
well.
I guess we got from both of those arcs is that thing, because like that whole town was freaking out. They was like, it's all because of this small little girl that left an abusive life.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't think about that as well. Almost kind of similar to how trust, people's trust can accumulate, from multiple different people. We saw the same thing with fear, right? If there's a bunch of different people, in one location that's also kind of going through, this transformation of fear together, right? It'll all compound together, kind of almost not similar to trust, because, that was like compounded to one person, but like because this is like their fear compounded together from multiple people, right? To make one big pot of a mess, right? So it's just interesting. Yeah. Almost kind of from all for one to one for all type situation, right?
Yeah, because as you like a good example, I guess Firm would be one. People's trust of like his image warped his reality so much to the point like it was almost a detriment to him, even though he was a hero, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with like the compounding of fear changed that whole town's perception inwardly and outwardly, because people were like, if I go there, I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
And the people in the town were like, hey, nothing good can happen here since this girl cursed us. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. I would definitely say, yeah. I'm interested to see where we go from here, like what's gonna happen more. Because now, besides fear, it seems like we're getting more like sprinkles of what the commission as a whole, like what their deal is.
Yeah.
Like, because the fact they have secret agents is huge. Like, what? Again, very interested to see what the fuck they do.
They got them hitters, man. They got them hitters. Yeah. This definitely. I'm with you there. I was like, what they got? CIA, FBI agents? I was like, okay.
I was like, what do y'all do? What's going on over here?
100%. Yeah. What I'm really waiting on is for them to introduce the council, right? So y'all already showed us that there was a round table, right? Go ahead, introduce that council to us. Who on the council?
Put them in play. What they look like?
Go and put them in play. Who on the council? Tell us who the top dogs is. Don't stop hiding them. We know you there now.
Yeah.
But no, this was a great episode. Anything else you want to touch upon here, brother?
I think we did everything.
All right. Well, once again, everybody, that's all we got for this week. Once again, a great episode, and probably not the best episode to date, but the best fight to date, at least, right? Yeah. So, really good episode. Please let us know, down below in the comments if there's anything that we missed that you guys would like to chat about, and we'll see you all next week for episode 13, everybody. Peace out.